Hi there, it's Allan here again from Loud Clear Glasgow, continuing in conversation with Alex Brady, one of the international product trainers for the Nordost Corporation. And yeah, I was wanting to sort of chat through, we're often approached by customers who have got a system and they feel as if they've now invested all this money in the hardware and the loudspeakers, and where do they go from here? Yeah. Is it a component change, or do they want to start looking at optimising their system? So where would you suggest, from Nordost's perspective, is it power cords, is it interconnects, is it speaker cable? What's the process?
We see this a lot, and it can even be with hi-fi reviewers themselves when we go into their houses with things, and we can see spots of what we think are obvious weakness in terms of our experiences with the same products, so we can make recommendations. So the golden question we always feel is, what system have you got? Okay. And then, of course, from that, we can then begin to make some decisions about across all that we do.
So is it a case of then identifying the kind of easy wins?
Yes.
Is it a case of looking at the system and then saying, right, okay, your interconnects are probably the weakest link, and then focusing on that? Or is there a hierarchy? Is there's power cables first, then?
I'll give you some quick case studies, really. That'd be the best way to summarise it, I'd say. The other key question that follow-ups what system have you got is, and how do you listen to that system these days? Okay. And what I mean by that is, last month I was in Norway and I was talking to a guy, and he had our Red Dawn power cords, with a Frey power cord to the wall from his distribution block, and he basically had enough budget for one more Frey power cord. Okay. The key thing there was, how do you listen to your system? Because if he was single source, you'd probably say put the Frey on your streamer.
So you would optimise that as you would with normal hierarchy. The source component would still be the dominant.
However, his answer was relatively unusual, you might say, these days. He listened pretty evenly, he said 25% of the time, to vinyl, CD, streaming, and radio. Okay. So the answer there was obvious. You put it on your preamp because it's going to improve all the listeners.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Recently, again, I was with a seasoned reviewer, a British reviewer, and he has a suspended floor in his listening room, and he had BMW 803s. Yeah. He still used the links that came with the product. Okay. And I know that a huge benefit is either our Norse jumpers, on Norse reference jumpers, or in this instance, because the other elements of the system were Valhalla V2.
So these are jumpers that effectively bridge between the sort of low input, the by-wire inputs on the back of a loudspeaker.
So even on a speaker of that level, there was an obvious easy win there by changing those out. And he's a reviewer of 30 years standing. I happened to have them on me, so it wasn't the reason I was going there for the visit, but I thought I can make the system sound quite a lot better quite quickly. Okay. And certainly, the agility in the bass, the nimbleness of the bass was there to hear.
So I suppose that's really back down to us then as dealers to talk to the client and find out
those golden questions.
What the kind of question,
how do you listen to it? Being familiar with their room as well, and the issues that might in terms of that particular speaker is sometimes a little bit hard to control in the bass. Okay. Jumpers are one of those things that can help. Sort lifts are one of those things that can help. Our cable lifters as well. I did that demonstration in the same system for the guy, and he didn't give me them back.
Fair enough. Always a good sign. Always a good sign. Great. Okay. Thanks for that, Alex. Cheers. Hi there, it's Allan here from Loud Clear Glasgow. Loud Clear is Scotland's premier hi-fi and home cinema retailer and installer. The purpose of this channel is to give you a little bit of insight into some of the behind the scenes of the hi-fi industry. We're interviewing some techs, some salespeople, and we're trying to find out some really interesting information about some of the brands we know and love. If you think this is the kind of thing that might be of interest to you, please like and subscribe.